Would you look at that, another Apple laptop. Yeah, I actually bought this thing in the lockdown. That was around April. And I stored it away and forgot about it, believe it or not. Because I stored it at a location where I don't go often. And when I went there, I found it and I was like, wow, I remember I bought this thing. So there it is. Don't know if it works. I don't know anything about it. All I remember is that I didn't really pay much for it. It is a PowerBook G3. If you followed the channel along, you know that I had one of those, but it was in terrible condition. The hinge was broken, it wasn't starting up, it was having cracked plastic all around. It was the worst. But with this, I decided to give this PowerBook lineup another go, because this looked promising. I mean, it's not in beautiful condition. I did not clean it or anything. Should have done that, actually. But it has all the keys, the hinge is not snapped, the locking mechanism still works, so yeah, that's an upgrade from the other one. Here on the back, this door is also still here, and has, I think more ports than the other one had, but really, I don't know. Now, I'm not too good with these PowerBooks, because this is a very, very rare laptop, actually. There are not many of those for sale in Austria, and so when I saw this, I just had to get it, because it's one of these chances. Either I'm gonna get this one for real cheap, or I go on eBay if I want one of those and pay a lot of money. So, because these are becoming collectible, which is insane. I know that there are different models of those. There's a Kanga and a Wall Street, and I don't know what's that naming all about, but we'll find out what this one is. It has a 400 megahertz processor, 6 gigabyte hard disk, 64 megabytes of RAM, it's the EMC 1840, the family number M7572. I'll just look that up. M7572. Alright, so it's the last ever G3 PowerBook. PowerBook 3.1 was introduced in February 2000. So yeah, it is a PowerBook Firewire. Apparently that's what they called it. It was an amazing $2,499. And it came with macOS 9.0.2. And it could even hold up gigabyte of RAM. Wow. Awesome stuff. Now, I said in one of my videos where I listed my favorite and least favorite Macs that this is not particularly a Mac I like, because it looks pretty bad in my opinion. But I know these things are beloved by Mac collectors because they're so versatile. You can just upgrade them easily and then swap in and out parts easily. So yeah, if you can, get over the looks, I think it's a pretty good machine. So before we start this up and even know if it works, just do a peek under the keyboard, so maybe I can see the RAM then. Hard drive is here, which is good. That's something new, or well, hopefully it works, because I seem to have especially bad luck with laptops recently, because all the hard drives just either are dead or are dying. So maybe this one's an exception there. But yeah, it's an IBM Travel Star. So the Travel Star is, I think, one of the better ones. The Desk Star are supposed to be the Death Star. Those are the ones that fail all the time, but I can be wrong there too. I mean, this is a freaking old hard disk, so if it fails, can you blame it? Yeah, that's more than my last G3 PowerBook did. Let's see what OS, or if it has any OS. Here it is, running macOS 9.2. Let's go to About This Computer. And we have a RAM upgrade, 320 megs, so somebody has upgraded from the stock awful 64 megabytes. I mean, that's not much for macOS 9 even, so I'm glad that they did that, so we don't need to upgrade RAM, which is good, because I couldn't even if I wanted. I ran out of RAM sticks for those computers. Now, the guy updated it to 9.2, which is the latest macOS 9. 400 megahertz, yes, awesome. We got yeah, a 256 megabyte upgrade. So that is pretty sweet. So I mean, crazy that this thing can even take a gigabyte of RAM. That's pretty cool. Must have been a big deal for 2000. That was a pretty good machine for 2000. Let's see what we have. We get a, that is in fact a communist symbol. Who owned this thing really? Mom. I'm kind of afraid to open that up here. Oh my god, what is all of this? They left their data on here as always. Now since this has a RAM upgrade and it has some more power with 400 megahertz, it's not much, but we can, I think, bring this to Tiger. And I will swap out the drive for a compact flash adapter since I have a couple of these adapters, since I have so many, and I think this one's gonna take it without bitching around. So yeah, my plan is to dual boot this Mac OS 9, just make an image of this and flash the image on one partition of the compact flash, and the second partition will be for Mac OS 10, probably Tiger, but maybe Panther. So guys, I finally decided what I will do with this PowerBook. I grabbed another one of my IDE to compact flash adapters and this 16 gig compact flash card, and I will clone the internal drive of this to one partition of this, and the rest will go to Mac OS 10. I decided to go with Panther, first of all because I have tons of Tiger machines already, but also Panther is a little easier on RAM, and with 320 Max I think it should be really quick actually on Panther. And yeah, so that's why I went with Panther. Now of course I first have to image this hard disk and also clean it out a bit. There's tons of personal stuff on here, some documents and files and whatnot that I don't need, I don't want, they're none of my business, and they're taking up space. So I will try to clean this out as nice as possible, then take out the hard disk and plug it into my IDE to USB adapter, and then image it with this utility on this PowerBook here, the G4. Alright, so let's do that. So what the hell is this iBook now doing here, you ask? Well, I decided to image this one's OS 9 partition because the G3 PowerBook's OS 9 is just so screwed up. I tried deleting some stuff, it was giving me weird errors back and forth. I tried creating a new user, nothing worked. So I was like, you know what, let's leave that screwed up install on that hard disk and just image this fresh OS 9 install. And whoa, it's already done. That went pretty quick. Connected it. Took it up to our PowerBook G4 and open up this utility. And hopefully it will show up. It does. That used to be apparently a card for a camera. Let's see if it has some photos on it. No, it doesn't. Well, yeah, no found footage there, unfortunately. Now let's format that into two partitions. Let's select partition map because that's needed to start up a PowerPC. Same here. Yep. Alright, great. And we'll install the Mac OS 9 drivers. And we'll make one partition 5 gigabytes and the rest, yeah. So that 5 gigabyte will be OS 9 and the 9.9 will be OS 10. And now let's do that. Partition it. Okay, now let's do that. OS 9, I did another one just to make sure that it doesn't, is not corrupted. So let's restore. This is our target, and that is our source. And let's see. Okay, you must scan for restoration. Well, let's do that. Couldn't be scanned. Fuck. Why not? Oh, it's starting to get annoying again here. If I uncheck that, maybe it works now. Oh well. Well, maybe guys, we have to fall back to our good old DD command, just that it that just does it without bullshitting around. Let's try one more time. Oh, the backup could be scanned successfully. What? Oh well, let's try it then. Oh, it unmounted, that's good. It's copying it. Really, really good. Alright, should go really fast because we only have 134 or something, almost 135 megabyte file, so should go really quick. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. It didn't activate. I'm just trying it one more time. If I plug it in again, maybe it comes back now. And that looks like it restored it to the compact flash card. So yeah, let's see if that CF card also works in the PowerBook and if this is bootable at all. I don't know. We will see in a second. So let's eject that. So we fold it up and flip that forward. And how do I get that out now? I'll just try my best and unscrew first of all these two screws that cover the, I think it is the processor again, yeah, and RAM. See how that goes. Alright, so that showed us here the RAM. Is it really supposed to go like that? I don't think so. I'm doing something wrong, right? Okay, I've looked at a guide and you actually have to remove the processor to get to the hard drive. Now that does sound scary, but and a lot of work, but in this computer it's not really. So I just unplugged that keyboard, which I really need to give a good clean. And now here is the heatsink. Let's see how we can get that off. Oh, it's of course a different screw type. We're after all dealing with an Apple computer here. And while we're at it, I think we can replace the thermal paste if it has any, because I think this has a thermal pad instead of a paste, since this processor just runs so cool that it doesn't even need a fan. Let's see, yeah, there's another one there. It says, oh, caution, hot. And that's and then a Philips again, are you kidding me? But it's like warm at the most, not really hot. I've also looked, here could go an airport card. So that would make it Wi-Fi capable. I think we got it. Yep. Yeah, I mean, that is really crusty. We'll just put a dip of thermal paste on this processor in a second. I'll just clean it off really quick. I kind of have to laugh a little bit because this processor is an IBM, and if you ever watched like some old keynotes from Apple, Steve Jobs keeps always you know, bashing IBM and stuff and making fun of them, and then they use their hard disks and their processors, and you know that PowerPC, if I'm not wrong, was kind of co-developed by IBM even, but please tell me if I'm wrong. I know that Motorola and IBM were involved somehow. So yeah, god damn it, that's real old stuff there. That's not gonna come off. Now, unfortunately, I'm not so well equipped like other, you know, YouTubers who do that way better than me. I don't have any rubbing alcohol or nothing. I just have my Q-tip here, and that has to do, but as you can see, there we go. Now it's shiny again. So CPU cooler is shiny again, even though some residue left, but that's not gonna be an issue. So yeah, now, I don't know how, but the CPU should kind of lift off. And I think we have to take out the RAM stick maybe first, because I think it might be screwed down somehow. Or not. Is that really just laid in there and held on by the CPU cooler? Well, it's not laid in, it's plugged in obviously. Let's just see. Yeah, you're really just supposed to pull on this plastic and then the processor should come right out. Yeah. There it is. Okay, so here it plugs in. We got some more RAM here from Samsung. Yeah, that's like a SODIMM. And here is our processor module, basically the heart of the computer, RAM and processor. Here, what is that chip? I don't know what it does. Anyway, now, as you can see, we have way more access to the hard drive compartment. So I'll just unplug that here. That is the hard drive IDE interface connector. And it's still in there. What? Wait, let me now try. Alright, let me have another look at the guide. There's an excellent guide on iFixit how to do that. You're supposed to just lift it. Yeah. Wow. What a awesome bracket this is. So here is our hard disk and a really dirty IDE connectors. I'll just gently, without bending anything, yeah, or do that. But that's no biggie. It's just the outer, like, protective thing of it. I'll just try to get that off. Yeah, there we go. It's always a little scary with this old brittle plastic stuff, but it went out. So now, I mean, this is a really important piece. I don't want to damage this in any way, so I'll unscrew the hard drive from this bracket and then try to remove it and maybe even put the adapter in its place in there. Now, let's put out that string. Here's our bracket. You can probably sell that on eBay for, I don't know, 20 bucks. That went in right, no problem there. Let's see how that would fit in there. Alright, it fits because it's the same size as a normal IDE hard disk. It's just that I'd really love to keep that bracket in there. I don't even think this will flap around that much, because once this is covered on, it can go only like this. And it's not like you're doing this with your laptop the entire time. So, yeah, I'll just risk it. Okay, now we can put in our processor card again. And that should be just like Lego. Putting this in and we're done. I really hope I don't have to put that out again, because that would then mean the whole work again, you know, putting the processor out and all that. Okay, so there's no need to remove that RAM stick. You can just leave that in fact. So let me just get a tiny dip of thermal paste for this cute G3 here. So just use my cheaper one there. I think that should do the trick. Maybe this time it's even a little bit on the low side, but yeah, I'll just leave it. So let's put that on again. That's our processor cooler. It's pretty easy to work on. Oh my god, crazy stuff. Really enjoying this. Usually working on Apple laptops is not such a joy, but here, in this case, this PowerBook is really nice and modular. It's like I can't believe the same people like designed the iBook G3, which is a nightmare to, you know, disassemble, or you know, lots of iMacs and all that. And here it's just so simple: a couple of screws, couple of latches, and you're there. The CPU, RAM, hard disk, everything important, battery, optical drives right there. Really cool design. I'm just not really digging the looks, but you know that already, so I'm gonna keep saying that all the time. Yeah, let's put that thing on. Now it is kind of a shame, honestly, that this adapter isn't the other way around, because if it was, I could just take out the CF card really without having to do that all again, but yeah, unfortunately that's not the case there. So yeah, let's just hope that everything works and that I don't have to tear it down again. But if I have to, sure, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world then. Okay, great. So there we go, it's back together. And now let's see if it boots. I'm really curious if that boots again now. Just a little experiment. If that restoration thing worked from Disk Utility. Not looking too promising now. Damn it, that didn't go. Oh well, I'll just hold on Alt and see if it maybe tried to boot from the OS X. But it is there. That's giving me confidence that it recognized the adapter and the card. It just, probably the file system and all of that, it's just not as easy as copying that over. So yeah, no biggie. So here we go, test if the optical drive can read my Panther disk. I will of course put OS 9 on here. I just don't want to show it to you because I already made an OS 9 installation video not too long ago. Wow. Wow. The loudest drive I heard in a long, long time. Yeah, no. All this does is make tons of noise, and yeah, that's really it. I already have the solution, guys. Target disk mode, once again. Great invention. I will put that into target disk mode and put the CD in there. And then we can just use that one and boot from that one. So yeah, this G3 is not gonna see our disk. Why is that so? God damn it. Just not showing up. So my next plan is gonna be switching it around, putting this into target disk mode, and then installing it from the other one. Oh boy. I'm going a little insane right now. Apparently this PowerBook is too new to run Panther, which I really didn't expect. So yeah, I mean, this is a pretty new one. So yeah, damn it. We'll have to find another computer that can do that. Do I really not have a single computer that has a working optical drive? Oh my god, this here is the 17-inch one. And I know it could definitely run Panther, but of course its drive is shot. So yeah, that's another one down then. So I didn't expect to show you a G3 iMac today, but hey, I think that's the one. So let's see. Yeah. So that is for sure Panther. Yes, it is. Alright, great. So let's log into one of these. No, it's Tiger! What? Oh god. Yeah, of course it is. I mean, yeah. Why? Oh god. Oh my god, it's down there. Believe it or not. If you don't know, this is my Panda Beer eMac. Painted it black, but was too lazy to paint the front. I feared that I just would screw it up and get some on the screen and stuff, and it's really, really dusty. Just dust it off really quick here. It hasn't left its position, I think, in over a year, maybe even longer. Ever since I did that eMac project, ever since I finished it, it was just sitting up there doing nothing. So, yeah, let's see if this thing works. Alright, optical drive is here. Just don't! Piece of shit. God damn it! Why they always do that? For once, you don't have a button to press, so the freaking drive doesn't, you know, come out unless you press something on the keyboard, and that only works when you're in an OS or something. And then they just does it magically by itself and pops it back in. Oh my god. Why though? There's like a button there that you can press, but you need a screwdriver for that. You see? My god. Was that really so hard now? It's booting into Tiger. So yeah, as you see, I have lots of Tiger machines. And that is once again a copy of the other image. So yeah, we'll just start fresh here with Panther. Alright, all good. Just needed a restart, and now it has launched right there, as you can see. OS 10. Yes! Finally! So here we have a capacity of 9.6 gigabytes. That's the one we want. For God's sake. Alright. Install macOS 10. Please. Continue. So let's skip our disk and check and let it install onto our modded compact flash PowerBook, and I will be back if something exciting happens. This is actually a good time to talk about this idea that a fellow YouTuber had. I just can't remember who it was, but he had this great idea to set up an external FireWire hard drive to avoid this trouble, this odyssey of like having to set up a computer because the drive doesn't work and such, exactly to avoid my shit I'm having right now. So to set up a FireWire disk which contains Panther, Jaguar, Tiger, Leopard even. The problem is, I'm too lazy. Oh god, guys, I think this right now is stuck because I left it here for now over 20 minutes and it just won't go past this 90%, so I think we have a fail here. So I'm gonna do what you shouldn't do. I'm gonna switch it off. Yeah, lovely. Nothing found. Woo! Great. But yeah, not surprising, obviously. So guys, after a very long time, it finally installed. Second attempt worked. It took so long because compact flash cards are not really fast things, so yeah, but it got through it, and it runs on the eMac now, but we all want to know, will it boot on there? So let's shut down the eMac, because that has done its job, and then boot up this guy, the PowerBook, and see if this whole hassle was actually worth it. Oh my god, I hope it was. Yeah, that is looking much better than before. For a second I thought, oh no, it's the same shit again, but that is looking sweet, so yeah, let's let it boot up then. And here we are. Look at that, Mac OS 10. Awesome, okay, so now we can finally take a look at the screen a little better, because the bland OS 9 isn't really all that attractive, and yeah, I mean, I've seen better screens, but for this age and how many hours it has been used probably, I think it's holding up pretty well. Let's check about this Mac version 10.3. So of course we'll run the update, so that will be of course shown in the video as well. So will this thing even connect to the internet? We'll find out momentarily. I'll plug in here my Ethernet cable, and why don't we go into this ancient Safari and see if it loads any kind of web page, so we know that it works, or that didn't look too good. Let's go in here to network. New network detected, awesome. But it has an IP address, so that is pretty good. Yeah, that's looking better. There you go. Google loaded, awesome. So, why don't we connect to my server? Yeah, I think this one works. Just click OK, and here we are. Yes, it logged into my NAS. So that is now, I found out, the oldest Mac OS that will talk to my NAS. That is a pretty good copying speed too. So I think this compact flash card is really a great idea to upgrade these old systems with. Press skip here. See how fast it is? It's completely silent. No mechanical drive to go bad, nothing. Just working. And if it goes bad, you know, a compact flash card is like not expensive or anything. Or you could even install it on an SD card, so you know, these things are, the possibilities are endless. And I've been, from the beginning, I've been a big fan of doing this, and I have installed on a lot of occasions operating systems on SD cards and just flash media. So yeah, so, and we are back. Actually took a little while to complete the update, but we got it done, and it is now running the fully updated 10.3.9, which is very good. So we are fully updated, everything as much as we can on Panther. And so yeah, that will leave us our last step, give this a clean. So yeah, unfortunately this CD drive is not working anymore. I have a CD in there right now, and it just, all it does is spin up, and that's it. So yeah, this CD drive is dead, so I really have to look into, I can maybe fix that if they didn't use some of their own proprietary shit, but they like to do that, so you know, maybe I'm out of luck there, but it's no biggie. I can live with this issue. So, and here is our finished cleaned product, and yeah, it looks a lot better, a lot less disgusting. Feels like a completely different laptop, and no, I'm not exaggerating this. It just feels much nicer to touch. Before it was sticky and gross, and now it's just smooth plastic and this rubber thing in the middle it has. But more importantly, if you fold it up, you have no longer a sticky keyboard, which really disgusted me, to be honest, really. Also here it was kind of all grimy, and you know, hasn't been cleaned in, who knows, 10 years, 12 years, even ever, I don't know. Screen also looks much better without this whole dust on it, so yeah, it's looking much cleaner, much nicer. And I even got so motivated to fix the optical drive when I discovered that it is so goddamn simple to remove. They have these pull tabs, and this one's here for the battery, so you can just pull that and the battery will come right out. I mean, when you look at that, this is a computer made by Apple. You wouldn't believe that. If I wouldn't see and experience that myself, I would be like, that's from Apple? No way. They made such an awesome laptop back then. So now I definitely know why the vintage Mac guys like this model so much, because it's just so versatile. Everything's so easy to work on and to swap out. So here is the optical drive. It's actually the original one from 2000, made in July 2000. And yeah, it is a DVD-ROM drive even, but it is broken, as we know. So I will try to tear into this fancy bracket there. Okay guys, I think I nailed it. Here I have a drive out of some old laptop that I tore apart, and this, for example, is a more modern drive with a SATA interface. That's obviously not going to work. So I found two others. One here from IBM, once again, but I didn't want to use that. But this had also the same connector as the OG Apple drive here. And also, this one appears to be having it. Yeah, that's good. I mean, if I would be ghetto, I'll just leave it this way because you almost don't see it. But this is one of those machines that I want to have as close as perfect as I can. And that's not really often the case with my computers. So if I have the chance, I will of course take it. So let's boot it, see if that drive functions. Alright, unfortunately no luck there. Unfortunately it just doesn't see anything, so I think this is just not making a contact with this connector. So let's try the IBM one then and hope that works. And maybe another IBM part can fix this guy up. That would be pretty fun. Yes. Come on, read it. Yes, there we go. Welcome to macOS. Woo! Awesome. Awesome, guys. We did it. So now, let's screw it in and put the Apple bezel on, and then we have a working drive again. So, and here it is, my finished PowerBook G3 running Panther with the CF card, and I even got to the optical drive properly, the bezel properly on. It's not perfect, but you know, it's not got a working drive, so that's all worth it in my opinion. And you know, you don't notice it. It's just a tiny problem there because I had to clip something off and glue it on, and so. But it works. As you can see, it opens up, closes, and reads the disk. So yeah, there it is. I installed some Panther software that I still had, and yeah, this was a cool little project, and I'd love to do something like this again. So I hope you liked this video, and so yeah, see you later.